Hi, class. I'm here to discuss the Week 5 Summative Assessment, Professional Communication Decisions and Response. So I want to go over this with you in a relatively short video in order to clarify and explain a little bit more about this assignment to you. So, as we've been talking about for the past 4 weeks, there are different types of decisions you have to make when delivering professional communication. And in order to do that, you have to assess each situation in which you have to communicate and choose the correct channel of communication, and then create or write your specific communication to address that specific situation. So for this assessment, you are going to be developing responses to professional business scenarios and demonstrate your ability to apply best practices for composing, revising, and delivering professional communication artifacts. So in order to prepare, you'll see that you have 7 scenarios, and these are the exact same scenarios that you had to make decisions about in your week 4 assignment. So in your week 4 assignment, you were given these exact same scenarios, and you had to decide which would be the most effective channel of communication to use in that particular situation, and then explain why and give your reasoning and examples for why that specific channel would be most appropriate and effective. And sometimes there was more than one channel, and you could explain how that channel could work, but possibly the limitations for that particular channel. So for this final summative assessment, you're going to kind of take everything you've learned and then apply it to the assignment. And so in order to do that, you're going to choose just 3 of these scenarios. And then you are going to actually be creating a text that you would create or write in the real world if you were faced with this scenario. So for example, if you really did have to write a complaint about an item of clothing that you ordered that had damage to a company, you are going to actually write that complaint. So as if this was really happening to you and you were really writing to this company. You're going to write the complaint and address the company and the situation that occurred and how the shirt was damaged, and persuade this company that they should give you a refund for this shirt. And I've even seen students say, well, if I can't get a complete refund, then possibly I can get a partial refund, or I could get credit for another item of clothing from your company. And so you're going to choose 3 scenarios. So therefore, you're going to have 3 different texts or artifacts to create and to write. So if you're advertising your brand, you're going to create some type of an advertising or marketing text in the way that you believe is going to best advertise your brand as a personal trainer at this specific gym where you are going to be running Zumba classes and also do personal training along with some other benefits. Okay, so you're going to pick 3 scenarios and you're going to consider these questions for each scenario. That doesn't mean you're going to be writing these out. You're going to consider them before you create your artifact. So thinking about, these are the rhetorical situations before you write in the pre-writing part of the writing process. Who is the audience for this business communication. So thinking about who that audience is and what is going to be your best approach to explain your topic, give them enough context, how you're going to address them, your tone, depending on who this person is, and the language you're going to use, and so on. And then what is the context, right? So you have to make sure that that is being incorporated into your text or artifact. What type of formatting is used for this communication channel? So, for example, if you're applying to a job ad and you're writing a cover letter, you have to look up cover letter formats and how letters are organized and formatted. What type of resources you will use to review your business communication to ensure it is grammatically correct before finalizing it for delivery to the intended audience. So what grammar checkers are you going to have someone look at this for you? Checklists that you may find in the Center for Writing Excellence or online, and those type of resources. So the assessment instructions say in week 4, you determine the appropriate communication channel for each of the above scenarios. And this week you will use the appropriate communication channel to develop responses to the professional business scenarios you selected. So for example, if the appropriate communication channel for one of the scenarios is a professional email, then you are going to write a professional email in response to the scenario. Each scenario has a different preferred communication channel, so you will be writing 3 different types of business communications. And you'll be choosing from the main channels of communication, such as email, social media posts, formal written communication, letters, flyers, a presentation, things like that. So you're going to write an appropriate professional response for each of the 3 scenarios that you are selecting from the list, exactly the same as from week 4. Create your responses using a Microsoft Word document. Be sure that you're differentiating the format for each response. So you can do it all on one continuous Word document, creating your first text or artifact, then skipping to the next page or the 3rd page or wherever you need to start. You can use a header or a title to make sure that you are clearly reflecting which scenario you are addressing. Each response, each text that you create, each artifact should be between 300 and 425 words. The document needs to be formatted in APA style, so you'll want to have a title page, either one and then your 3 different texts or artifacts on that same continuous Word document, or if you choose to do it, you can do 3 different times and then have an APA title page for each of those. That seems like more work to me. And then you want to review your text for clarity and check your grammar and punctuation and spelling. You might find it helpful to review your week 4 or week 2 and 4 submissions for my feedback to make sure that you are choosing appropriate channels. And then you'll submit your document as your Word document. You'll submit it by uploading it as an attachment into your file. And you can then also review the rubric before you submit it to check, which is also a very good idea. Again, utilize the University of Library resources as well as the Center for Writing Excellence. You can find your templates there. Actually, I'm going to come in here and I'll attach the APA template for you as well as a sample paper here for you to use. You have some grammar assistance tools that you can access here. So I hope this helps to clarify a little bit more and add explanation for this assignment. But again, as always, if you have further questions for me or need additional help, please reach out. I will be happy to address those for you. All right. I hope you're having a good day.